here's the problem, though. I like Green Bay to win this division, even though I like Chicago as a better team. Green Bay is just elite is the only team that has elite quarterback. That's it.
Right.
They got Aaron Rodgers, arguably the best quarterback in the game. But the Detroit Lions, their biggest problem was they didn't get in the red zone. And I say that because this team was built that we score touchdowns, you can't keep up with us, we're going to sick our front four on you. They didn't do that. They just got yards and then kick field goals. So they couldn't really play that type of defense they wanted.
Agreed.
If they can get Reggie Bush to capitalize on the top being taken off of the defense by Calvin Johnson, and they can get some touchdowns in this, they could take over this division very easily.
Agreed.
Very easily because they have the front four to put pressure just with 4 people, and they can drop everybody else. And I guarantee you, with the likes of Aaron Rodgers, Jay Cutler, and Christian Ponder, you got your plethora of interceptions that you can get.
Agreed. I also want to go out on a limb and say I think that Schwartz will get fired this year if they don't win.
He needs to be fired.
He needs to be.
I think he's too player oriented. I mean, I think it's okay to be a player's coach. And even in my little amateur career or whatnot, when I played sports, you find it pretty cool when your coach is a player's coach and understand you instead of being a drill sergeant. But at the same time, you need that at times. It's a balance. And I just think he's too free-willing. The Dominican Sue is out of control at times.
Yeah, that's what
You know, he has no discipline, and nothing is really done to him.
Yeah, the players eventually take over the locker room.
But, you know, they said that was like that in college.
My issue.
It wasn't just he just came to the pros. He was not like
I agree
his
with
own
that.
team in college, and that was his attitude. So, I guess the thing is, at this point, can he be controlled?
Yes.
Yes, he can be.
Because he's a football player. He's not someone that's going to go work at Waffle House. Yes, he can be controlled. And I'm going to tell you something else. The kids at Nebraska, they're a bunch of cowards. You got a problem with him. You say it. You say it right then and there. Tell him how you feel. Don't wait 2 years down the road when he's in the NFL and you're far away. Yes.
I'm not going to say nothing to Sue. I'm not going to say nothing to Sue.
I understand what you're saying, but in a professional manner, if you feel like Sue was hindering that locker room, there's some kind of way, a coach or somebody that you need to get some information to deal with him. And they didn't do that.
Well, yeah, you're right. But see, that's why I agree with you in that Jim Schwartz is the problem here.
I agree.
Do y'all even know that he's a defensive specialist?
And they suck on defense.
And you're trash. But you got. Matter of fact, we talked about their front four. Behind that front four, they had depth. No, they got depth. They have Willie Young. They had other.
I was talking about the linebackers and the corners. They just garbage.
Linebackers, corners. They had depth. They had better depth than the Falcons do behind like the number 3 cornerback. It's Jim Schwartz. You can't control a force of nature like Ndamukong Suh. You don't belong in this league as a head coach.
Agreed. Let me ask you guys this: who's the best coach in this
division? Freshman and rookie, so I can't say him.
Okay.
So
the best coach.
McCarthy, he has a Super Bowl.
He has a Super Bowl ring, but I think that's because he has the best player on the planet. And when he had the best player on the planet, they had the most talent at that time. The talent was utilized correctly at that time.
So why do you think they lost all that talent?
Charles Woodson got old.
Yeah,
he was the heart and soul.
Yeah.
Why hasn't McCarthy? Well, we don't know yet because they're 2 years removed from the Super Bowl, right?
3 years.
3 years. Okay. They went down here. There has not been a correction on defense. I know he's an offensive guy, but he is the head coach. He's not making any kind of corrections. I think the coach that did the best with least is Leslie Frazier. And he's the most scrutinized and probably the coach that's going to get fired in this division if they don't win. And he's done a really good job. He's been given hot steaming trash at quarterback.
But do you remember when the Packers made it to the Super Bowl that their whole roster was decimated with injuries?
Yeah,
they still made it?
When you give Aaron Rodgers, I'm going to say it again, I've said it 30 times, and he's the best player on the planet. You give him a number one at that time in Greg Jennings, barring injury, and all the other weapons that they had at that time. Aaron Rodgers can get you there. And plus, if you give him some time to throw the ball,
Yeah, that's true.
Got a point.
Leslie Frazier and his coaching staff, they set AP up. We already know what they're gonna do. We know they're gonna run the ball, and they still ran the dang gone ball. And went to the playoffs.
So that'll make them more deadly if they get their receiving core together.
Man, it will make it more deadly. If Christian Ponder can come out here and prove to people that he is a first round pick, if Christian Ponder can throw for 3,300 yards and 20 touchdowns,
Mike, does he do that?
Does he do it? No, he doesn't.
I said
But-
if.
But
I know,
What?
man, like, you know.
if Marlon is right and Leslie Frazier is the best coach, he's gonna figure out a way to get that play action going. But that's only if he gets that going.
Yeah.
Maybe he should take a page out of Mike McCarthy's book, who uses the play action without a running game.
Mhm.
We're gonna leave you with that question. We want you guys to go on our Facebook page for Home Field Advantage Sports Talk and also for Home Field Advantage Trash Talk. And let us know what you think about the NFC North. Also follow us on Twitter, the number 4, HF Advantage. And also look at our sports blog, the number 4, homefieldadvantage.sportsblog.com. And again, our motto is, our home, our field, your advantage.
Take advantage.